I found my daughter's personal clothes in my husband's bag. I found my daughter's personal clothes in my husband's bag. I'm Ava, and this is how my daughter treated me. My husband left this world when my daughter was just 5. I had no time to grieve about it because I had to look after my daughter. My husband was the only breadwinner in the house. And after his death, every responsibility was on me. I started working into shifts to provide my girl with everything. I did everything in my power to meet all her needs. But in the process, I guess I spoiled her by fulfilling all her demands. All I wanted her to be happy, and for her smile, I didn't care about anything. I always missed my husband since the day he left this world. And after him, I had no other man in my life. My friends always suggested me to meet someone new. But I never dared to do so because of my feelings towards my late husband. I was feeling alone, so I decided to meet someone new. But nobody stayed with me for a long time. All of them considered my daughter a burden. I left all hopes and decided to stay single. But then I met Jaco. He seemed like a gentleman, and we started dating. I introduced him to my daughter. All three of us were happy together and felt connected. On my daughter's 20th birthday, Jaco proposed to me. Our 5 years romance turned into a lifelong partnership. Everything was great between us, but actually, it was the start of the nightmare. Jacob wanted to have a baby with me, but unfortunately, I could not conceive. Tests after tests, all my hopes were diminished. I wanted Jacob's support to deal with this trauma. But he only screamed at me instead for not giving him a baby. He considered me worthless and stopped talking. I decided not to give up, and hence I met a gynecologist. I asked him to help with my conceiving issues, and he gave me some hopes. You are around 40 only, so there are still some chances. But it's too early to say anything. Let me run few tests on you. I felt a little relaxed, but I did not mention anything to Jaco. I was trying my best to meet my husband's expectations, while he was having an affair behind my back. I found lingerie in his office bag, and I was heartbroken. Because it turns out that I gifted that lingerie to my daughter a few days back. I confronted my husband about having an affair with my daughter. I hope it's not true, just tell me. My daughter was listening to everything outside of my room. She got in and said, "Thank God, I'm happy you found it out. Now we don't have to hide anything." I was shivering when my daughter said all these things. I couldn't believe what I just heard. I and Jaco both love each other. I'm expecting his baby, and we will be a family soon. They asked me to stop embarrassing them and leave the house immediately. I felt devastated and left the house. My whole life turned into a nightmare in one moment. But again, I couldn't give up and feel sad about it because I was pregnant. I had to look after myself for the sake of my baby. I had left my job because of Jacob. But now I had no other alternatives, so I decided to work again. After many rejections and tries, I got a job in a restaurant as a dishwasher. I stayed at the restaurant after work to have a chat with my boss, John. He was a very humble person, and he took care of me in my pregnancy. One evening, I went into labor and John drove me to the nearby hospital. I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. The nurse in the hospital misunderstood John as my husband and handed my boy to him. "Congratulations, sir, for a new journey as a father." John didn't mind anything and took me home. He took well care of me and my baby. And soon we realized that we are meant to be together. Destiny brought us close to each other for a reason. He was a real gentleman, and I was really happy to have him. I never talked with my daughter after I left the house. All I know that Jacob left her for a younger girl. Whatever happens, happens for good. Life is full circle. What goes around comes around.